the second time this year, WWE will be flying out its talent to the Middle East for its Crown Jewel event. You'll no doubt recall in March this year, WWE signed an exclusive deal with Saudi Arabia's General Sports Authority to hold wrestling competitions in the kingdom in efforts to increase sport initiatives and events. The WWE successfully held its first show, the Greatest Royal Rumble, in April this year, though the event was not without its controversy, as it banned female wrestlers from competing and women could only attend if they were accompanied by a male guardian. Sami Zayn, who is of Syrian descent, was also told that he should not be present at the event due to the strained relationship between Saudi Arabia and Syria. Death threats were also made against the Davari brothers, with Iranians upset at how their country was represented at the event. Much like the Greatest Royal Rumble, controversy has struck again with the Crown Jewel, as the disappearance and possible murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, together with their general poor track record on human rights, have a number of US politicians, media outlets and companies urging the WWE to cancel the event and reconsider their business deal. Once pressure started to mount on WWE officials, they removed any mention of Saudi Arabia from its website and Twitter account. They also didn't mention the host on Raw either, simply saying Crown Jewel event. WWE wrestlers and staff backstage have also anonymously spoken to officials about feeling uncomfortable traveling to the country after all the mounting pressure. Dave Meltzer confirmed on a recent episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio that it's not only the wrestlers who feel uncomfortable, but WWE's production team also don't want to travel. I heard that most of the production people didn't want to go. WWE shortly after released this statement. As always, we maintain an open line of communication with our performers as we continue to monitor the situation. However, despite pressure, Dave Meltzer reported that the show is still scheduled to happen and they will not relocate. The only way that they're going to cancel is of course due to money, more specifically stock prices. Brad Shepard revealed on Barnburner's No Holds Barred podcast that the only way WWE will cancel the event, other than President Trump urging not to, is if WWE stock prices plummet. He mentioned on the podcast, "As I reported, there is absolute pressure within the company, and you can see that by the way they pulled it off the website and then reposted it today. They were told not to mention the location of Crown Jewel on Raw tonight. It shows you the kind of back and forth that goes on. If the news about Saudi doesn't cause the stock to plummet, I expect the show to continue as advertised." Dave Meltzer also mentioned, "The majority of people are very much against doing the show, but everyone in management is for it because they are afraid that it would hurt the stock price, and that's a real big deal right now." So it appears that the only way WWE will cancel this event is if stock prices plummet, but it's clear a number of wrestlers and staff simply don't care about the money. But money seems to be a big deal to the WWE right now, as they recently experienced a spectacular crash in its stock prices, dropping $8 in the space of 2 hours. Whilst this could be down to a number of reasons, including WWE executives George Barrios and Kevin Dunn selling millions of dollars worth of stock recently, WWE is mindful of what repercussions it could cause should they pull out of the deal. At the Super Showdown event in Australia, it was revealed that WWE had changed the venue for the Crown Jewel event, from the King Fahd International Stadium to the King Saud University Stadium, which is a considerably smaller venue. However, the change in venue has nothing to do with the recent events. The bigger building is just being renovated. That's like a non-story basically. They just didn't know. What do you think, guys? Should the show be cancelled? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.